That's Bella.
Oh, okay.
I can put it there after. Oh,
I think all we did on this one was eliminate that.
that's good.
I think that was the only change.
Agritourism removal.
Yeah.
And that was included in the text for the draft chapter 7 revision.
Right. I have not. Actually, I was gonna request like the whole thing, because it should be done now.
Well, we have chapter 8 revision. Yeah. Okay. 7:01, let's call to order the Columbia Township Planning Commission meeting. Today is Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. Okay, please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Beverly Shearer is ill. Christy Case is no longer on the Planning Commission. Leslie Elrod present. Dave Marcelletti.
Here.
And Chris Hodgman.
Here.
We need to move to the approval of the agenda. I would like to, with the removal of Christy due to her other position, she was Secretary of Planning Commission, so we need to add that as a role and have that appointed as part of today's agenda. So let's add that under 8, appointment of Planning Commission Secretary. Josh, do I need to move to have that added, or do we just?
You would just approve the agenda with the added, with the addition, I guess you'd say.
Okay. Are there any other changes to the agenda?
So should I make a motion that we approve it with the amendment?
So moved by Dave to approve the agenda with amendment, support by Chris. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Moving on to the approval of the previous minutes, which were from Tuesday, January 14th, 2020. Are there any changes to the January minutes?
I don't think so. I'll say no.
Okay, so Dave, you want to make a
Yes,
motion?
I will make a motion, we accept that as it is. Support.
Okay. Moved by Dave to support to approve of the January 14th, 2020 minutes as presented, supported by Chris. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Okay. Moving on then to public comments at 7:04.
I did not receive any correspondence or communication.
Okay, with no correspondence received or communications and no public comment apparent, we will close public comment at 7:04. public hearing, there is none. Moving on to new business. We'll go to the appointment of the planning commission secretary.
I will nominate Chris. He seems to like it.
Or at least tolerate it.
Yeah.
Does that mean he'll be taking the minutes?
Yes.
Does he understand that?
Yeah, he's
He's doing it correctly.
Okay.
You understand that you're taking minutes as the secretary?
Okay.
Other training I need for this?
No, I'll tell you after I read your minutes.
Okay, so,
Yeah, Christie can just send her, and then you can just use her format.
Okay.
No, I was teasing, kind of, sorry.
it's a well thought after position.
Yeah, I didn't want you to agree to something and then think you were like not doing anything and.
Okay, moved by Dave to appoint Chris as the planning commission secretary. I will second. All those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Chris. Is there any other new business that's come before the commission?
Nope.
Then let's move on to old business, the master plan update. Chapter 8, we still don't have, Christie's going to send me the notes, and I'll update the draft of chapter 8 so that we can review that at next month's meeting. Included in your packet is the revision of the chapter 7, the proposed changes based on previous discussion.
I did go through all the other chapters and you might want to go through it again too, but I didn't find any other references to the agribusiness. This is all I found, but we should just go through it one more time just to make sure.
You want to plan next month to do, I'll get the chapter 8 out to you and basically review the entire draft.
I need one other chapter in Word so I can do the header and footer. But I've asked Christie a few times for also.
You know which chapter that is?
This one, chapter 7.
Okay, so you need chapter 7 in
Word.
and then chapter 8.
And then if we approve the changes, I can make the changes in chapter 7. I just need to remove,
Is it a PDF currently?
yeah. And I don't have the Word, the PDF changer.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just, on the second page, the comprehensive land use plan should say master plan. And then I just removed all the agritourism, which was just one paragraph. So.
And the appendix, lettering we'll do after we've got everything complete, everything looks to be, I think we can do that even after the
Yeah,
hearing.
even after, yeah.
And thank you for finding the data for table 71.
And then, yeah, then I think we have been through it all and I think we should be done. And then I was able to get the revision of the master plan map.
Okay.
So the few corrections, the agritourism is taken off and the trail is now green. And then I had him put draft on there so it wasn't confusing.
The land use preservation properties map, I think, is really interesting and helpful to show how much of that is in the township.
So we had actually already had that map. I don't know why it wasn't in the last master plan.
No.
But Ted had already had it, so we didn't create anything, so.
So this way shows land that can't be put in,
Correct, so the green is where those properties would be able to qualify for it.
so how about the properties that already are?
There aren't any.
There aren't any? Oh, this is,
This is, yeah,
They're just eligible.
so no one, there's no funding, so no one is preserving their farmland.
I was thinking of other, like, the nature conservancy.
Oh, no, that's different.
That's different.
Yeah, this would just be farmland for to preserve the farmland.
Okay. If somebody wanted to like donate their.
Yeah, that's different, they can do that, yeah. But there's no funding in the Farmland Preservation Fund, so no one, there might have been a handful back in the day when it started, but
What's that criteria for being eligible for that, I guess?
that's it. To have it attached, for you to be on, so the township has to have it in their master plan and then have a map. And then,
Is there like, I'm looking at some of these places on here and I'm, you just kinda wonder why one is and one isn't, when they're right next to each other and they're very similar.
maybe it's not being used for farming. I'm not sure how that map was created.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's puzzling too. Is it because of acreage?
That could be. I think you have to have 20 acres to start with,
Or more, okay, that makes sense.
so that could be.
Okay.
But I think Ted is part of the farmland preservation, so he would know. That's probably, yeah, and then the rest of it's basically just the money part. So you basically sell your division rights. So if you have 100 acres per the land division, you could have 12 acres or something, and you're selling those rights for money. So you can't divide it, is basically what it is.
So these are two of the 6 maps that we talked about last month. The soils map, do they have one of just the township? I know there's a book of soils maps.
Yes, so I figured out how to print the map, but I have to kind of figure out how to get it in my color printer. But I might see if Ted can help me with that. So if you go to the Van Buren County website, you can click on the soil map and go to Columbia Township. However, when you print it, it's only like half the page. So I'm not sure how to make it a full page, like that farmland preservation map. So I might see if Ted can help me figure that out.
Okay. And then, did you already give us a wetlands map? Did we already
I
check that
do,
out?
yes, there is a wetlands map. It's old. It's older. It's like from, I don't know.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
Yeah, so we could use that one also. Yeah, right here.
Okay, so we have one of those, just looking to see what we need.
Oh, this one was from 2013. So, yep, so we have future land use, farmland
So
preservation.
you've got the wetlands map, then we just need the state of Michigan DNR public access map.
Well, you have to do that one yourself, so so you go to the map, and then you find out which parcels are in it, and then I would then have to tell Ted, like, the parcel number.
Well, I thought there was somebody had said that the map was already done through the state,
Well,
not so much.
it has like maybe I don't know how to use it. I'm still working on that.
Okay.
So when I did it, it showed the map and there's like a star. It didn't really tell me like which parcel it was or what lake it was, but maybe you have to just make it bigger.
So maybe something that's too difficult to get for the master plan, which we'll just deal with it that.
Well, I think we have some time that we could, we're not gonna have a public hearing next month, so I still have about 2 months, so, that I could.
So I'm thinking tentatively, we could have a plan to have a hearing in April.
Yeah, I think so, if next month goes good. And then what were the?
So we have the farmland preservation map, the wetlands map, current zoning, future land use, soils, and then the list of them is in the minutes from last month.
Okay,
And then
Oh.
the state of Michigan DNR public access.
okay. Oh, right here, okay.
Okay.
That's 7 of them, okay.
6.
Oh, 6? Oh, maybe I wrote something twice. Oh, I wrote soil twice, sorry. Okay.
So looking back at the, proposed changes to chapter 7 that Tasha's marked up, are there any objections or other changes to this chapter? At least at this point.
I don't think so, it's the same as last month, right? I mean,
It's what we had discussed, it's just we didn't have the text in front of us to make that change, so Tasha updated it to reflect the changes that we discussed last month.
Yeah, since we took it out of the map, then I'm assuming we would take it out of the text.
Right, we had
Yeah.
discussed doing that.
Okay.
So.
yeah, I'm glad to get that out of there.
Okay, so next month, I will have the chapter 8, get the written from Christie and update chapter 8 and work on getting chapter 7 Word version and chapter 8 to you. So that next month we can plan to review the entirety, which would be then all 8 chapters and
Whatever maps I can get ready by then, yes.
so, and I'm assuming you don't want to print all 8 chapters, so that people can like come up with their own.
Well, I have already,
Or do you already have it?
well, I have it already. I've already printed it because the survey is like 50 pages. I thought that Linda was supposed to print it. I've asked her 3 or 4 different times to print it.
The survey?
No, the whole document. Yes, you should have the full document. So I will,
So that would come from you with a packet.
yes. I have emailed it, so you do have it in an email. And then, yes,
Sooner or later, we're gonna need a paper copy.
yes, correct.
Probably next month when we review everything.
Yes, so I will, when I do the agenda and that, I'll mail the hard copy of it. Yes,
Fun reading for next
yes,
month.
that will be the packet.
And any changes to any of the maps? You satisfied with the fees and the ones that we're anticipating for the plan inclusion?
Yeah, I think so. Christie had a whole bunch of little corrections. Did they all get in?
Further one?
Not further, but previously she had discussed like little
I think,
words that were running.
I think so, yes.
You think you got them all?
But I have her, I do have the original one, so I can go over it again just to make sure.
Where is she? Is she still here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not-
I think the only one that might be in question still is, looking at trying to get rid of spot zoning at on 46 at the far edge, right at the, where the trail is, there's a yellow block of a small amount of properties.
Yeah.
Around 8 and 46, whether that should still be residential or for the future land use, make that ag or consistency. And I don't recall what that is.
Yeah, that one wasn't on the original, but. Yeah, that one, she didn't really touch that one on.
Maybe she didn't mention that.
So, I what are thoughts on it, or leave it as is, or, for future consistency, turn it back to ag, instead of the property agreement. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, I don't,
I don't know if it's worth changing.
yeah, I don't know that I care either way, they are little itty bitty lots, so. It's probably already built out, but we did change some other ones, so.
Well, actually, that little thing, there are houses there, aren't there?
Probably.
It looks like is that the only one that's R1, or is part of Grand Junction R1, that dark yellow?
Yeah, R1 is Grand Junction. Yeah, the
It
yellow
looks
one.
like that's R1.
Yeah, this down here was also the R1.
We can leave it, I was just making sure, because memory fails.
I don't think it's worth changing in there.
I don't know, the two yellows are, maybe we should change the yellows to be something else. You can't really tell which yellows, maybe he can do a different color maybe.
So that looks like it's the only R1 section, isn't it?
And then the Grand Junction of the town
Here.
is R1
Oh,
also,
that also does?
yeah,
No, not there.
Oh,
Up there,
oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was this one.
yeah, it's just kinda,
When you hash, well, of course, if you hash mark it, it's small enough, I don't know, you see the hash marks.
right,
Interesting. Maybe make one, it's what, purple? I wanna do blue because of legs. Yeah, it probably would make sense.
we
to
could
make
do
it-
orange maybe, there's not an orange.
Yeah, there's a light orange.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't, with the, like 388 and the other route names. are
Oh, you're right, all the streets are orange, you're right.
Well, it's fine with me, if it's just left the way it is.
Okay.
That's fine.
And this could just have been the printer,
Well, at some point, it's residential, maybe once
Right.
clarification we can ask. Okay, and then, just for clarification, on the official zoning map, do we have a clean copy that doesn't have Stacy's signature on it, or is that like our official copy?
I think that's the official copy of the zoning map.
Just checking.
Yes, so,
Sure, if this is just my copy.
no, that is that way we know it's the official copy
Okay.
of her signature, yes.
Okay, so it looks like we'll be ready to move forward next month. Do you have any other old business that come before the commission?
I do not have any old business, I think we've just been working on the master plan.
Okay.
So no, boring.
Almost done, getting close. Okay, then should we move on to reports? The zoning administrator report, which is attached. Do you have anything to add to that, or any questions on the zoning administrator report?
I was wondering, do you have the addresses of the people that are growing marijuana, just kind of off the top of your head?
That have their,
Because there's 3 of them, right?
no, there's only two.
There's 2.
The third one, actually, if I get their packet, we'll have a public hearing next month for another facility. And that will be there's Kate, and then there's the Watts, and this one will be Durrett. And I think there's one other license that no one has applied for yet. And then there's one more available, will be the 5th one. So I think 4 licenses were paid for, and the 3rd application will be coming forward. So, yeah, he was supposed to leave me his packet today. I don't know if it's here or not, so I forgot about that.
As far as I know, ZBA did not meet, and there was no representative report for the ZBA. Township board member is not present, therefore there is no, unless you received something, there's no township board report. So let's open public comment at 7:23. You're welcome. Okay, seeing none, we will close public comment at 7:23. Our next meeting date is Wednesday, March 11th at 2020 at 7 o'clock. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Chris to adjourn,
So, second?
second by Dave. All those in favor, signal by saying aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
What are we gonna do when this is, I guess we're gonna do all the.
The master plan,
2 years? Okay.
a long time. Yeah, it needs to be done, yeah. But we've been constantly working on it every month, it's not like we've been dilly-dallying. I thought we were moving,
Pretty consistent, I think there were a couple of interruptions with other issues that came up.
I don't think it's been 2 years, maybe.
When did we have that, so that meeting? Remember when we had the Cheyenne?
Oh.
Yeah, that's, just several of us training on the
That
training.
was in September, this is not this last year, it was 18.
For, no, I mean, to be towards the election.
August 9th through October 18 was when we sent out the,
So 2018.
oh, I guess it was 18, yeah. The survey. That's when the survey was sent out.
So we were working on it before then, so it's been about 2 years.
Okay.
We need to do it again in 5 years.
Should be my problem.
Well, the next time we get to then update the census stuff, so, cause that'll all be out.
So you have, Blueberry Farm? So somebody said you live by Silver, which she's doing. Yeah. So is yours the place where you can feel it out the woods? Oh, okay. I go by there all the time. This one looks so.
Oh, where's your mom?
I'm a mushroom farmer, there's some mushrooms on one of those trees. Oh. I wouldn't touch it. So it's probably too late. I try to keep my eyes.
I heard you got a new email and, okay, how about your P.O. box? You didn't get the mail. Well, what's your, will you have, so there's mine, if you can let me know. Okay. Yeah, send them to me and then we'll, yeah. I'll post the first ones and then typically they would kind of go, oh, there's done them to before, the clerk. You become the clerk. Or being the clerk.
Or you guys can think you went into the.
Okay. So send them to me when you get them, and then I'll kind of go over them. And then typically they would then go, you would just send it like to everyone. No. I know. I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow, so I got a little bit more time to pack. Florida? It'll be warm, I hope.
Warmer than here, at least, right?
It's just a couple of years ago.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Couple of years ago, you probably did 2 phone calls.
Wow, I know, isn't that awesome? I know,
Years ago.
I know, right?
Sugar Bride, I mean, the newer stuff. Oh, thank you.
That's your Bible.
So if you own that,
Yeah.
I think that's stuff.
Anything else?
Yeah, now it's muscle fracture right about there. Now it's just getting to the point where the imports are coming down.
She had so hard that she basically, normally we hit your head and bruise part of your brain.
Right.
She
I got 7, 8 acres.
also was in brain swell.
Oh, it's just gonna come out and stay.
They got her out and did.
You won't go cancel something.
And then
Is there any money in it?
I've down the relocation.
everybody seems to be all excited about it, and so it's, either way,
So we're- Well, yeah. Exactly. My stepdad, he had dementia. So he didn't know what to do, so
I don't mean marijuana, I mean myself.
daughter family members.
It's helpful.
It's a different. My sisters get there.
It's just not some kind of thing.
Our brothers are 5 hours away. You need a year. Each one area, hour of time.
South of here, ways,
Like,
100 acre field.
Get the cat cans.
I don't see
Get
it.
them back from the cat.
So what you
cans.
go through this is,
My sister, it's 5 hours away from the bush.
I've been watching the findings, you know, it's just wrong, I know, right, but, you know,
I'll drive to the office.
stone fruit, and then we went to tart shades and things, so,
Oh, that's
So, yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, they just lost a case of
Well, my daughter was, I can drive. I'll drive here. I had to start riding.
They lost a case against turkey. So the cherry egg guys are gonna be,
oh, yeah.
But anyway, going.
yeah, they won every case.
Going back
until,
going back, my mom has.
I can't remember what or whatever, for World
She lives in, what was my grandson,
company. Had a great case,
and
won
one
every
over a lot.
trade commission.
My aunt's also.
Yeah, there's,
My mom and my aunt, so it was kind of funny. It's like, that's still my aunt, I think that's just another case. Yeah, there's a case. My mom.
Once everybody tried to treat about, I think
Came back.
in the place, I think,
Well, I thought she was able to get out of there. And then went back down. After that was country.
gotta ask itself where they are.
This food for homes.
well, yeah, it's very, so chicken, but over there is one.
So I was driving back on coffee from home.
Like these imports from Mexico.
And or it's stuck with you know, it's like, I think that's what.
Oh, yeah, I see them in the, I ADD. They have to be sprayed, yeah, fire rate, it's not the way.
Funeral services for grandma and granddad. That's the new one.
Send something out there. Take a suitcase.
And I can remember.
Nice seeing you.
So they were, they got, remember, so my aunt, and I heard the meeting was on the phone, she was like, I heard my phone on the back, they're all just on the tunes. They're all just on the tunes.